I'm Stasia, and I've recently lost 40 pounds following a whole food plant-based diet. Now, this didn't always come so easy for me. I was actually following a plant-based diet for years, and I still looked like this. So when I say that I struggled to lose weight on a plant-based diet, I'm not kidding you. But as of these past few months, I tweaked a few things, and one of those things were getting rid of my overt fats out of my diet, which includes things like avocados, nuts, seeds, oils, and I really reduced my calorie intake by doing this, and then the weight just kind of started falling off. So I have made other videos explaining in more detail exactly what I did to get the weight off, so I will have a few of those linked in my description box below if you'd like to find out. But today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of my absolute favorite weight loss green smoothies that I've been drinking a lot while getting this 40 pounds off. Now, this green smoothie is very different than my fiber protein shakes, which these have also been a massive part of my weight loss. So whereas the fiber protein shakes are kind of more of a complete meal, they're designed that way to keep you full and get you from meal to meal. But unlike that, this green smoothie is very low calorie, using non-starchy veggies, and it's just my favorite way to get those greens in. Now, along my weight loss journey, some of you have asked what I do when it comes to snacking or nighttime eating, and this green smoothie I'm going to show you today is the answer to that. Often when I'm hungry but I don't want to eat something too heavy, then I turn to this green smoothie, and it seriously just helps to take the edge off. Now, I also use this green smoothie as a non-starchy side. So if I'm feeling to have something more fresh or raw, as opposed to like some steamed veggies or something like that, then I'll also use this shake sometimes as my non-starchy with, a few potatoes on the plate. And sometimes that's just as easy and as simple as a meal can be. So this smoothie can be used in multiple different ways. This is one of my absolute favorites, so I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So before we jump into the video though, if it's your first time landing on one of my videos, I just want to let you know that right now I'm running an awesome holiday book special on all of my weight loss recipe ebooks. And this includes my brand new weight loss recipe ebook, which is basically like the blueprint to how I got this weight off. It includes all the recipes that I was keeping track of, that I was eating the most to get this 40 pounds off. And these are still the recipes that I'm eating right now to get the rest of the weight off. All three of my books include all oil-free, whole food, plant-based recipes that are simple, easy, and seriously delicious. I'm not just saying that because they're mine. They actually are pretty good. The whole bundle is on sale for only $10 right now. That is literally less than the cost of one book alone. So this is going to be a holiday special. It will be a limited time, but I want to bless all of my followers with, a super affordable price so that the cost does not get in the way of your health and weight loss goals, especially during these holidays. So if you want to check out those books, I will have the link posted in my description box below. But as for today's video, let's get into this delicious smoothie. It's literally my favorite. Okay, so here are the ingredients. Just check how beautiful and colorful this is. Oh my gosh. All this goodness going inside our bodies. So as I mentioned, this is my favorite. This is the star of the show, which is just some fresh mint. Look at the color on that. I only wish you could smell it because it just smells incredible. So that's fresh mint. Here we have 2 medjool dates. I've mentioned before in some of my other videos that I prefer using medjool dates for my sweetener. That's just my sweetener of choice. Some people prefer maple syrup, but I prefer those dates. Here is some kale. I don't measure the ingredients in this smoothie, but I would say that that's, probably like, 4 or 5 kale leaves, and taken off the stem, and that's washed there. And then over here, I would say that that's probably like, a cup to 2 cups of frozen strawberries. And over here, about a cup of frozen mango. And then I would say maybe like another cup to 2 cups of baby spinach here. Now, one thing worth noting about baby spinach is that it is the one green that has the least amount of taste. So if you're still new to green smoothies, I would really recommend using spinach in the smoothies because it's really, really bland. So your other sweet things like your fruit and the dates, you're gonna taste that, and the mint, of course, rather than tasting the greens. Kale can be a little bit on the stronger side, but kale has so many nutritional properties that I just aim to get kale in my life every single day, and preferably raw if I can. So those are all the ingredients. So it's super simple, 6 ingredients. This smoothie is everything. So we're just gonna start by dumping the mint. Now I know that this might seem like an excessive amount of mint, and it is, but with good reason. I feel like, you have to have a decent amount of mint for the smoothie for it to turn out the way that you want. Just having a couple sprigs of the mint is not going to do it the way that you want to. So these I've pitted, and my blender can usually handle it without it being chopped. So now we're just going to go ahead and dump that kale in. Don't worry, that water with it has already been cleaned multiple times. I'm not worried about it because we're going to add more water. So I don't really, put the ingredients in any special order. We're just going to dump it all in. So some of you may be wondering what type of blender I have. I love the NutriBullet brand. I absolutely love it. I've always had good luck, so I have actually a few different blenders. This is my newest one, and it came with the full size pitcher, 7 cups, because I've been making bigger batches of these smoothies for not just myself but my kids. And it comes with the single size version as well. And then I have the 900 series. I find that the NutriBullet is the best budget blender on the market. You don't need a Vitamix. I know that that's all the rage, that we hear that. No offense to Vitamix, I'm sure it's a great blender, but for the average person, you don't need to spend, several hundred or up to $1,000 on a good blender. NutriBullet, it can range anywhere from $100 to $200, sometimes a little higher, but it grinds everything down perfectly. It makes the most perfect smoothies, absolutely no chunks in it whatsoever. So here is what the smoothie looks like at this point. If you are eating nuts or seeds or flax seeds or chia, that would be a great addition. I'm currently not eating any, and that's more to do with my gallbladder as well as my weight loss. But because those omega-3s are super important to get in, this is where I would personally add some flaxseed or chia seed. And you can be mindful of the amount as well. You don't have to just dump it in. You can just measure out a tablespoon or so and, you'd be good to go. So that's what the smoothie looks like. So now I'm just going to top it off with some water, and that's about it. Okay, so I have got my water now. The thing with the water is that I generally only fill it up about, kind of halfway, because keep in mind, once it starts grinding those greens down, it really turns it into, very, very liquidy. So you don't need to fill it all the way to the top. And you can also add more water as you go. So I, would say that there's maybe 4 or 5 cups of water in there right now. Yeah, so I'm going to give that a go. And like I said, I can always add a little bit more water if the blender's struggling or if I just want a different consistency. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that up. Okay, so I blended that up for about 1 minute. Look at this rich dark green color. That's just fabulous. I personally love getting a lot of raw veggies in my diet, and I think that these green smoothies or vegetable smoothies in general are just an incredible way of doing so. And look at that vibrancy. So yes, it blended it up perfectly, like I said, for about 1 minute. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pour myself a glass. And there you have it. So that last portion there, I'm gonna split between my 2 kids. My kids get green smoothies every single day. Again, I kind of feel like it's a little bit of an insurance on their health, despite whatever else we're eating, hopefully we're eating good all day, every day. But even if you're just starting out, on a plant-based diet and you're still transitioning from a standard American diet, getting some type of protein shake, my fiber protein shakes or these green smoothies, these are an excellent place to start. This smoothie is very low calorie, it's mainly got the greens and the mint, a little bit of fruit, but as you can see, we're not even consuming all of that fruit because we're just consuming a portion of this. So this honestly has been incredible for me at nighttime when I'm a little bit hungry, or I just need a snack or something to tide me over and I don't feel to eat raw fruits and veggies, then this has been my go-to smoothie. So I hope you guys give it a try. I'm gonna go ahead and try it right now myself. All right, everyone, let me give this a whirl. Perfect. The mint. I cannot stress the mint. Oh my gosh, perfect. In fact, the mint overpowers the kale. So if you're not too fond of kale, I'm telling you, mint is the secret ingredient in this one. It's so good. I don't taste any kale or any spinach at all. I taste mint with a little bit of fruit and sweetness to it, but not overly sweet. It is so, so delicious and just filled with goodness. If you are also on a health and weight loss journey following a plant-based diet and would like to follow along mine, then be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I'm gonna be showing a ton of these types of meals that helped me get this 40 pounds off. You know, like, I really appreciate and understand the struggle, you know, what that feels like to really want to get the weight off and just really not sure how. So be sure to hit subscribe, because I share all my tips and tricks, and I really think you're gonna find them to be helpful. Oh, and don't forget, if you're interested in all the other things I was eating to get the 40 pounds off, take advantage of that holiday special, $10 for all 3 of my books. Link is in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we will see you in the next one.